So hi, I'm Yannick. I'm the International Sales Manager in Medcare. Today I have placed myself in a Danish maternity department. And the reason why I've done so is that this department is installing an AGS system as we speak. So this is going to give you a unique opportunity to see, hey, what does that look like, and does it really interfere with the work that the midwives are doing here? So just to give you a guided tour on what does this maternity room look like. So I think it looks like, you know, every other maternity department. So the hot tub is here, the bed for the patient is there. They have a bunch of other stuff here. And then if we now go out into the hallway and see what they're doing. So you can see that they have removed the plates. And you can see that there's a long hallway, and this hallway, they have 14 delivery rooms all, you know, going into that side. And here they have, of course, removed the plates and are just installing an AGS system. So that's one of the pipes that you see here. It's called the gasudløb, and that's the AGS pipeline. All the other pipelines were there, you know, when they removed the plates. I mean, this is medical oxygen, medical air, and what other, but this is what it looks like, right? So if we go back into the room and think about that AGS pipeline, so it will run over this roof and it will come into this room, and everything is now closed off, it's done. But if we now move ourselves over here, and you need to think about that the AGS pipeline is coming over the roof here, where does it end? So it ends down here. So this is called the AGS outlet. And that is used to evacuate gas, everything evacuated from this woman placed in this bed. So the midwives, of course, will use an exhalation hose, and they will guide the exhale gas over to this buffer. And this buffer is here, so all the gas exhaled will be captured into this buffer. And as soon as the midwives plug this in, you can hear that a vacuum starts to generate, right? So all the exhale gas captured in this buffer will then be sucked up into the AGS outlet, and that will of course go over the roof out to the pipeline system that we just saw in the hallway. So this is how they design it. I mean, this is an ongoing process, and it doesn't really interfere with the midwife's work, right? It looks a little bit messy in the hallway because they have removed the plates, but this is an ongoing process, so they just do, you know, one room at a time. It's not like they're interfering with all the 14 rooms. They take it one room by the time, right? So, of course, when done and they have removed all the exhale gas, then they just unplug this and you don't hear the sound anymore. So where do they evacuate it to? Well, stay with me and we'll go and look at that system. So, I'm back. I've now moved myself outside, and we're following both the pipeline that you saw inside. We're following the pipeline on both the nitrous oxide and the AGS, right? So I have taken on a jacket because I'm now outside, and what they have done here, and I'm going to turn you around, is that they have put both these pipes underneath the ground, and then we're going to go over to this container so you see that I'm walking, right? Because that's what they basically have done. They have taken both the pipeline for the nitrous oxide and the AGS, and they have put this into this technical facility. So if we now open the door and we go inside, you will see that this is the pipeline, right? So it's coming from under the ground, coming up here. You have both the nitrous oxide and you have the gasudløb. That's the AGS system. So here's the manifold. For nitrous oxide, they use 4 cylinders. They have 4 cylinders over here so they can change. Midwives will not notice, of course, but that's how many they use. And what this hospital is using is 4 cylinders. This is purely 100% nitrous oxide. Midwives will titrate, they will mix. So 100% nitrous oxide, they use 4 50-liter cylinders per month, right? So you have the AGS pipeline going over to here, and this is the AGS pump, and it's quite silent. It's not in operation right now, and that's because the midwives has not plugged in what you saw in when we were in the room, right? They have not plugged into the AGS outlet. As soon as one of the midwives do it, this pump will start to operate and starts to generate that negative vacuum. That means that it sucks up all the nitrous oxide that the women exhale. It brings it over to this system, and then this system will pump it over into that pipeline, and that pipeline will need to go into a destruction facility if they want to have zero emission. They don't here in this hospital as we speak, meaning that all the exhaled gas from the women will go out of those tubes you see over there, those pipelines. So this is what it looks like, right? They have buried everything underneath the ground, coming over here, comes in here, comes up here, both the AGS, the nitrous oxide, over to the AGS pump, over to here. So this is the technical facility where they have both the nitrous oxide and the AGS solution. That was it. Thank you for listening in. I'm Yannick, International Sales Manager, MedClaire. Bye.